on the banks of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Indiana Hoosiers and the Tennessee Volunteers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
The history of college football has many ties to the military. Tennessee's Neyland Stadium, with over 101,000 fans in place, is one of those. The stadium was named for legendary football coach General Robert R. Neyland on October 27, 1962. This is one of the most beautiful venues in college sports, with the Tennessee River, the sailgating, and the checkered end zones. Can't wait to watch a college football game at Tennessee. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. The Hoosiers will kick off first, and here we go. He'll bring it out. It's Matthews. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll ride him again. Runs through the tackle. They put the brakes on him.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Sells to fake. On the run, fires downfield. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, on that incompletion, I think it's just a case of the quarterback just putting way too much heat on that throw.
The Vols will punt it away on 4th down. On the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up and get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Throwing, Imaliava. Out wide right, it's Marsh. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
They want to run this quarterback. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
And the Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's Iamale throw. With the catch, it's Marsh. Inside the 25. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
The Hoosiers are rolling down the field. Handoff, Duke Watson running left. Oh, he's got some space. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. From deep, it's Staley. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Straight ahead, it's Bishop. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. This time they'll throw it. Turns up, it's Bishop. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll start this drive from the 42. Snap it to the back. He's got enough. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, I'll tell you, when you start a game as well as this guy did on the opening drive, you're going to earn more touches later. And finally, they hand it off to him here on the 2nd drive. But he's really shot out of a cannon in this game. Really like the way he's running right now. He's running hard. He's running with authority. They need to keep giving him the football.
Right back to the well. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Using his legs, it's Butler. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. Looks as if he's going to run it. There he goes. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the 2nd. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. A handoff for Watson. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. 3rd down coming, but we'll have to wait just a second. Offense wants to think things over. They call a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Deafening noise. Here's Iyamaliama. Makes the grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Indiana. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They march 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Coming out with it, it's Staley. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So here is the Tennessee offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Right side, it's Matthews. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Quick give. It's Bishop. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Rushes on. Finds his big tight end. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Funny. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. They've already put a couple of scores up and they look to add to it on this drive. They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Iamaleava. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Now Iamaleava turns it upfield. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
All over him immediately.
And you hear him about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Throwing, Imaliava. They're all over it. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd down, here's Watson. Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on 3rd down. And the Hoosiers line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Hoosiers will call on their punt team. And he muffs it, a loose football. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line.
I'm literally walking over to that guy. My man, thank you so much for saving my run. That could have been really, really bad. I could have been benched, but you got my back. Appreciate you, my man.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Reels it in.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
And the Vols can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Rifles it down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
What a great hit by the defender, forcing the incompletion. They knew coming into this game that they were going to try to throw the football to this guy because of his speed. It's game-breaking. So everybody on defense, always aware of where he's lining up, but these safeties especially, and these linebackers are aware.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Takes it the other way. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Indiana. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. On the return, it's Staley. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Fresh set of downs going up top. He tries to take the top off. And he lays out and snags it down the left side. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. Rush right in his face. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. The Volunteers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
Well, giving away 5 on the false start certainly doesn't help anything. 2nd and long coming up. He's changing the play. 2nd down to the air. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. Timeout is called. It's the 2nd charge to Tennessee. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half.
Man, I love the defense. How about the physicality on that one? That's a tough route to defend, and he catches the football, but what does he do? He gets him on the ground right now. Good physical tackle. No yak on that catch.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
Booster.
Snaps it, and he has to have it. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. And he's not going anywhere as this defense has no plans to give up a big play before the half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout. In here. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Marsh. He'll be stopped for no gain, and we're not far away from that whistle blowing to end festivities here in the 1st half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We start with the Mississippi State Bulldogs taking on the number 10 team, the Missouri Tigers. And it's Mississippi State coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And that makes it 2 victories on the season. They're nowhere.
Slips one guy, and now he's loose. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Got him downfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of stick. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Hoosiers!